No idea why I'm playing Armored Core music. I don't know, it makes me think of Blade Runner, the specific one right here. Shit, I should be playing Armored Core today. I should be playing Armored Core 3 because that's the one I got on my emulator. And that's a good segue, right? Let's talk about I wanted to talk a little bit about emulation for a bit, since I'm like basically a spokesperson for it now. Let me look at Twitter. Another graphic design artist. Oh, fucking, I don't know. I don't think this account's following me. But that stuff don't matter. I need to change a setting real quick on my channel. Right here, like on my channel. I wrote I've given up on Twitter, but I'm still using it to send the link to when a stream goes live, because I feel like it's just better to do that sort of stuff. Because not everyone can be on like Twitch all the time and see when like people go live. And Twitter's not completely 100% useless just yet. Ah, shit. One quick thing. Identified 7. Thank you for following 2 hours ago. Very kind of you. We're at 33 right now. I need to get to 50, man. One thing I've noticed about emulation, I guess I was just really lucky when I got a Deadly Premonition 1 on the emulator. It just worked for some reason. I don't have it installed at the moment, but my RPCS3, it actually keeps the save data of it. Yeah, it keeps the save data, so I don't have to keep it installed. It was like a 10 gigabyte game, that game. But while I was trying out a bunch of other PS3 games, specifically Heavenly Sword and Condemned 2 Bloodshot, because I streamed Condemned 1 Criminal Origins, I think it's called. I streamed that game, I don't know, half a year ago, longer maybe. I feel like it was cold outside when I streamed it. And I wanted to, I heard the sequel, Condemned 2, is only on consoles. I was told by a viewer while streaming Condemned 1 that it was only a Xbox 360 game, but it was on the PS3. But the PS3 emulator is actually pretty bad for it. There are certain games that are just, at the current state of them, they aren't that good with the emulator. I've noticed this when I tried to download a 360 emulator, which was a very, very easy download. It's like the easiest thing to download for me. It was called Xenia. And I wanted to play Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball or something. Whatever one's on the 360. Oh, that's hilarious. Saints Row is $20. But, I tried to play it, but it was like so graphically bad. And apparently if you press F5 on it, it reloads the game or something. So I just had to keep pressing F5 every time, like the screen was all glitchy. And then I just kind of gave up on it, deleted the emulator. Because of how easy it was to download the emulator, I deleted it. That's like the reasoning. I might have to download it again for Condemned, because I was looking at forums and apparently Condemned 2 works pretty well on that emulator. Emulator. Is that all I talk about? Yes. Yes, it is. It seems like older games are just way more easier to run on emulators. Like, the last older game I had problems with emulating was a Nintendo DS one, Heart Gold. But I think it's just because I didn't pay attention when I was downloading that emulator at all. I ended up deleting it, the DS one, which was a shame because I had a Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars on it, and I really wanted to try that one out. But I've been looking at other stuff too. I'm tempted to look for other games on the Xbox 360 to try out, but I haven't really found anything concrete. I mainly just want to try maybe some exclusives. Some exclusives and maybe just some that just run better on it compared to the RPCS3. The only games I have right now installed on RPCS3 is Skate 3, Demon's Souls, and Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. I actually kind of got really into rhythm games for a second. Although I'm really bad at it, I'm like playing every song on easy mode, and that's like hard enough. Only recently I was able to pass the songs on normal mode. But I still haven't attempted streaming with the emulator since Skate 3. That was a bad one. I'm not sure if it's because it was streaming or because the Skate 3 emulation's bad or anything. Luckily, maybe in the future, a lot more games will be much more compatible with the emulator. I'm hoping. But I have no way to find news about it. Yet, at least. It's just one thing to keep in mind with emulating is you have to look into games before you download them. That's something I wasn't doing, which was quite a shame because I was really excited to play Heavenly Sword, but it just kind of kept crashing, and I saw one fix saying turn off anti-aliasing. I did, and then it still crashed anyway. So I kind of just gave up. And it was like 20 gigabytes. I was hoping to beat it and then uninstall it, so I think, let me check if the trophies are still there. I might have gotten a trophy. I really wish they would like add the sound bites for when a trophy gets collected. Oh no, it didn't have one. And Blitz the League 2, yeah, that's another game I tried to emulate recently, but it wouldn't get to the main menu at all. It just would show one of the companies that made them, and then it would just crash right there, like the beginning credits. It's such a shame. It says open trophy directory. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Xenia emulator might be good to stream Condemned 2. I won't start playing it until after I beat one of the PS2 games I'm on. Either Ghost Hunter or the Evil Dead one. I think the Evil Dead one might be shorter, but I am not sure. I feel like I'm pretty deep into Ghost Hunter. I'll maybe play it this weekend. There's a lot of stuff I need to do. Oh shit. I'm just looking at some things right now. Fantastic. Fantastic. Maybe it's time to get into Elder Scrolls Online. Maybe it's time. I don't know, I've never played a MMO since RuneScape. Is that true? I gotta think about it for a second. I really want to play fucking Rune. I'm gonna go check the Steam page of it real quick. Just wanna see how many gigabytes it is first. I'm certain it's like 100 at least. Oh, 60. Really? That's not that bad. FromSoft doesn't go crazy with their how's it called? Storage. Like how big the games are, like storage wise. Even Elden Ring was like 40 gigabytes, and before then I think Dark Souls 3 was 20. Let me look at it real quick. Dark Souls is 24 and DS2 is 13. When I said Dark Souls, I meant Dark Souls 3. I don't have the first one on Steam yet. Huh. The Fires of Rubicon. This has an online play, I know that. Yeah, PvP. There's a deluxe edition. I want to see what that gives. Art book and soundtrack. Jesus, every one of like Dark Souls games is like so highly priced. Elden Ring, Sekiro, Dark Souls 3, and now Rubicon is, they're all $60, while Scholar of the First Sin, the first remastered, is only 40. And when they go on sale, it's like usually for $20. Wait, what was that? Free-to-play Battle Royale Hero Shooter. I heard a while ago Fortnite got rid of its build mode. Like, there's, not really, they have two different, I don't know shit about Fortnite. They got the Battle Royale where you get to build, and then they have a no-build mode. And that was like one of the main, well, the second main reason why I didn't want to play Fortnite. The first being, it's some stupid retard kid shit game. While the second reason was the build mode just looks so stupid as hell. Like, I saw one video, a little like short video, where a sniper took a pot shot at somebody, and then he did an emo where he got onto a lawn chair, and then the guy was just like building a fucking tower, and then he gets like quick scoped real quick. It's just, man, fuck, if I shot somebody and they built a whole Trump Towers, I would just leave. I'd be like, I'm not dealing with this. Because I know I'm not going to be able to shoot them. They're like too sporadic. They're like a squirrel. I'm going crazy, going cuckoo mode. But yeah, I haven't played an Armored Core game since I streamed the first one. Incorrectly, too. I incorrectly streamed it. I got a PS1 ROM and I put it on a PS2 emulator. And it worked, because I think the emulator is backwards compatible, but it had, like, graphical glitches. Okay, I'm gonna launch Deadly Premonition right now. There's a couple things I want to say about Deadly Premonition. Two, at least. It feels like the second one's more spiritual. Like in its, it's like Hoongan. Shit like that. I feel like there wasn't that much spirituality in the first one besides Red Seed and zombies. Can't really think of any others off the top of my head. Try to think about like something. Because like in Twin Peaks, they had those scenes where Cooper was chucking a rock at a bottle, talking about Tibet. You don't have that much stuff like that in Deadly Premonition 1, but in 2, I mean, so far we've only seen Hoongan gave us a couple riddles. We're gonna be following up on his second riddle real soon. Okay, let me turn off the music. We're gonna be following up on his second riddle real soon. Oh, damn it. Connect to link in. Okay. I'm still appalled by how DP2, it's, you gotta press circle to accept shit. It makes no damn sense. But I mean, if that's my only gripe with it, then I got off lucky. Because the game runs pretty well, a little choppy at times, but not as bad as it was when I saw release footage of it. We're gonna go to the bowling alley real soon, so if the frame rate's pretty bad for when the pins fall over, that'll be kind of funny because that's what it was in the trailer. Right, shit. I think this is the one. We got a couple autos and a manual over here. Yeah, we have 100 cash. Yeah, this is it. I was looking at the game time of it. It was like 25 minutes away from the previous auto one, so we had just done the first investigation area. I guess because the UI and the way we did the investigation really reminds me of AI Somnian Files. This van's out here. I wanted to buy something from it, maybe, or at least look what's on sale. Well, we're gonna walk around for a bit. We can't beat the shit out of civilians though, because I'll lose money. Patty, gotta say.
Okay, Patty. I'm going to try asking you that question again. What do you do when you're at home?
I watch TV and look up stuff on the internet, I guess. Ain't much else to do when you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Really? For some reason, I envisioned you working hard to take care of all the chores around the house.
Well, of course I do stuff like that too. But doesn't everyone? Damn. Why bother talking about it?
Other kids your age don't help out their parents. They're too busy talking with their friends on the phone or through emails.
Always on their damn phone.
I don't get why everyone's so obsessed with taking pictures of themselves. Then they send them to their friends just to get approval. Talk about cringeworthy.
How do you prefer to boost your self-esteem then?
I don't need to. I have my family. And besides, my daddy's the town sheriff. All I need to be happy is a normal life.
I think I can shoot those out of you.
Everyone else is just childish. I'm totally normal.
Okay, then. So what do you do after you finish all your chores? You don't turn on CNN and pour yourself some bourbon, do you?
CNN? That's kid stuff. What I watch is way more adult than that.
Like what? Live sports?
You just don't get it, Agent York. Full House, Friends, Beverly Hills 90210, sitcoms. Sitcoms are an all-in-one package.
Friends suck shit, bro.
Love, life lessons, science fiction.
Watch Seinfeld like a real person, jeez.
And some cable channels just show reruns all day long. It's the best. Oh, but my favorite TV show is this old one called MacGyver. The main character is cute and smart. I don't know his real name, but I like him. Oh, and I also like Gil Grissom from CSI. I just think it's adorable how he keeps maggots inside his fridge.
What? Okay, well... Damn it, I was hoping she'd disappear. I could start shooting those out of the sky. Oh, shit. Damn it. Okay, that's how you do it. I guess I need like a sniper rifle or something. Tempted to shoot this goddamn Simpsons car. Okay, how do you reload? We can punch during this? Nice. I have to be careful, we don't have infinite ammo, which, I mean... Oh, nice. Still punch with the gun equipped like that. Okay. There's another waypoint over here. Let me check the map to see where that leads. It's on the map. Oops. Oh, yeah. Pressed B by accident. It should be right here, right? Maybe I have a side mission available. Oops. Where can I check side missions? Quest details. Okay, that seems new. Yeah, it is. What's this? Okay. I'm waiting for the talk prompt to show up. It's a little hard to see it. Oh, there it is.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Unda, is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
That's the fucking most deadly premonition line ever.
By the way, Zach, Ungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name?
Who's he talking about?
Ah, yes, that's it. Scatman Crothers. In 1980, he played Dick Halloran in The Shining. And in 1983, he was in The Twilight Zone. He played the man who invited all those elderly folks into a strange new world. I knew it, Zach. There's definitely a connection here, but he's a bit too old. Scatman's more of a sage character. Our skeletal gentleman is a little younger, isn't he? Yes. They have different body types, but what about Forrest Whitaker? He made his debut in 1982 in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Then he was in Platoon and The Color of Money, both released in 1986, followed by Good Morning Vietnam in 1987. I didn't see that one. That one has, he was in Bird in 1988.
That one has
what an impressive
that actor,
filmography.
I forgot his name.
Across the 80s, he transformed his rough, young image into a more cheerful, wiser one. That's why the 80s can also be described as the decade that built up Forrest Whitaker's career. I firmly believe that he'll win an Academy Award for Best Actor someday. Yes, I'm sure it's right around the corner. He'll most likely wait until the time is ripe. Maybe around next year, then he'll unleash his best performance yet. Zach, I could go on about famous actors forever, but we have a case to solve here. Let's table this discussion for now.
There they are, look at these fucking bastards. I'm gonna slaughter them all real soon. There's something I'm noticing under the skateboard icon above the map. There's a couple dotted lines. I wonder if that's like upgrades eventually. Let's get these guys. Yeah, you fucking heard that. I wonder where she goes when... I mean, well, obviously she just disappears. It doesn't really matter where the hell she goes when we get on the skateboard. Okay, you can shoot cars, but you don't get a penalty for it. What? That squirrel just disappeared. There's more over here. There, yeah. Oh shit. He really got me right there. The fucking music turned into combat music right there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to like pace out the conversations for a good while. Maybe we can ask her another one.
It's a beautiful day, Patty.
Really? Seems kind of normal to me.
Now that you mention
it, for a bit that way.
Yes, it is a normal day. I just felt like saying that.
What? You know, sometimes you really get on my nerves.
Okay, yeah, that was a quick one. Yeah, one big complaint, it's all my fault when I was playing the first game, is he just runs out of conversation topics after a while. But I can't really say it's my fault, because the big prompt talk just shows up and it's just like there. It's like I have to press it, it's on screen. Oh my god, there's a whole platoon of them right there. Jesus, that one's blue. Rare kill bonus. Okay. Keep your hands to yourself, bastard. Oh shit. What's she pointing at? Hmm? The mailbox? Or is she pointing at the... Okay, I'll just ignore that. I don't think it has any significance whatsoever. Oh shit, more squirrels. Oh, goody. Can I actually knock on doors or anything? No, I guess not. I want to learn how to do kickflips or something. I mean, I like this driving music much more. Much more than the first games. The first games was pretty good, but what's this? What? Does this stay up forever? That's kind of neat. I can't sit in this chair though.
Hey, let's chat.
Hello.
Want to hear about all the depraved serial killers I've encountered so far?
No, thank you. Forget what I said.
I can crouch, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is like the Minecraft sitting, where like you crouch next to a chair you made. I assume that stays lit forever. Or maybe can I turn it off? Okay. It seems like, yeah, we've exhausted all Patty's dialogue right now. Is that the alley? That looks like it is. Watch this. Whoa. Hey, playa. Whoa, what? These balloons. Alexis's Diner in Lee.
Patty, is something wrong?
I got something to say.
What?
When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right?
With a drug.
If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
Professor R.
Probably R for Rouge,
Yeah.
right?
Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other side of the bayou.
How do you know that?
Because.
Because, huh? Interesting.
Jazz bar, what is this, 1920? Oh, you have to unlock buildings. Owl's Nest, is that the jazz bar? I want to check the map real quick. Owl's Nest, okay, the bayou's this side. What's that? That's neat. It's scribbled on there. I don't know what game does the scribble. Oh, like Silent Hill games. On the maps, they have like scribbles. But this one's much more detailed, telling you what time stuff's open till. It looks like there's a lunch break. Or at least this place. Oh, no, wait. No, yeah. I just noticed this one had like a Monday to Friday, Friday to Saturday. Oops. It's gonna happen a lot. It's just like Fallout. I keep accidentally putting this. Putting a waypoint whenever. I encourage everyone to get a giant wooden mug. And fill it with a mug, why not? There's that old broad. What's this? Yeah, let's just save here then. Just in case we like block ourselves at some point, might as well keep as many save slots as possible. It's not something I like to do when I play video games. I don't like to save multiple times. I like to have a character in one slot at all times. I assume that's like the Louisiana flag? State flag? Let me look at that. Oh no, this is definitely like a cashier. Inspect? Sunburned, okay. Maybe I gotta get sunburned at some point. Or maybe I should buy some spray tan. Now this is like the most I know about this game is like this cutscene. Everything else I just don't know anything about. Look at this map. So broad.
10 maidens, Zach. Let's topple their hourglass figures and complete this oracle once and for all.
Oh my lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before.
Oh, joke.
Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here.
She's related to...
Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
He's Agent York from the FBI.
That's my job to say that.
This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping out Agent York in his investigation. We signed a contract.
Oh my lord, well ain't that something?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. Everyone's always called me that.
Oh my lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard. No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh, my Lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
Coffee.
Alexis, are these photos of the town?
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display. Our world these days feels a bit cold to me, you know? Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zach, did you hear that? The good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around, stalking her like.
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow.
How tall?
As tall as an oak tree.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't.
It feels like the game's much more shyer
just
with
about
the villain
in this here town,
around.
But I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall.
But it seems like this really tall man is
and she
the
just mistook
killer.
It for someone.
Like akin to the
Sometimes
Red Raincoat
the silhouettes
killer.
of them trees with lots of Spanish moss hanging down make me feel a little funny too.
I don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
Yes, exactly.
The trees,
she
they're
certainly
alive.
wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zach, this data is all very intriguing, but it isn't the answer we're looking for. We came to knock down the 10 maidens, remember?
Oh, yeah! Booyah! I got a turkey!
Truly
sure, we're gonna
mesmerizing,
immediately talk
Zach.
about John
This is
Carpenter
why I never
when we
tire
talk
of
to her.
small-town investigations. Same goes for you, right?
What's this? Oh, that's Patty. I thought there was something on the floor. Let's talk to her for a bit. It seems like, yeah, so far what I'm gathering is this really 10-foot tall man might be this game's raincoat killer. Which is kind of interesting because how the fuck? Maybe it's somebody that like grows to be 10 feet tall. Maybe that's how it's gonna go to make it much more harder to discern who is this 10-foot man, because a description like that, it's like finding a pitchfork in a hay pile. You'll find it easily, way more easier than like a pin. Talk to Alexis for a bit.
What'll it be, honey?
Okay, at the shop. Oh no. You take a break from soul food? Okay, she's got like a philosophy about eating. I've never had soul food to my knowledge. I've had Jamaican. I guess that's kind of close. I need to have. I've almost bought oxtail from a Jamaican place. I really should go to any other Jamaican place, or just any in general. Get some oxtail. I feel like so far there's more music in this game, which should be guaranteed, I guess. It didn't seem like there was that much in the first game, mainly because a lot of them were replayed quite a lot. And some you just never hear, like Driving Full. You don't hear it unless you do Driving Challenge, the race challenge. Flavor. We're getting the dish right now. Oh, is this like a quest where we get a bunch of ingredients? Might be similar to Monster Hunter. Or just any like food mechanic in the game. Probably like similar to something like Blue Reflection. That's the only game of this this type UI that I know. And even then, that one wasn't as good, because it would just like zoom in on like the pot of food and just be a bunch of light, a bunch of reflection, if you will. One by one, okay. Rice at sugarcane plantation. Okay. God damn. I wanted to see what's on her menu.
Honey? Is this place a bowling alley or a restaurant?
Both, playa.
Oh my lord, what's wrong, honey? Can't tell the difference? It says restaurant right there on the outside.
How do you explain that then?
That's so the customers can bowl while they eat. Convenient, ain't it? If you want to bowl, honey, you'll have to ask Mrs. Carpenter to open up the lane for you.
Yeah, there's just one fucking lane, isn't there?
But if you just want to eat, then all you need to do is call my name. Got it? Oh.
Okay, we're eating. Shrimp and grits. You know, there's this dumbass fucking book called, like, Secret Life of Bees that we read in, like, high school. And, like, it's about this girl and her abusive father, and the way he would abuse her would be, like, he'd pour grits on the floor, like uncooked grits on the floor, and tell her to kneel in it. And it would feel like knives in her knee, and I'm like, it took me like a couple years to realize, man, they're poor as shit. Why the fuck would they waste food like that? And then there's like a chapter where like way later, he shows up and starts kicking the shit out of her, and he's like, nah, no, never mind. I don't remember how really it ended, but he's like, no, never mind, you're good. Never mind, I'm out of your life, goodbye, something like that. The book sucked. Beignets, I don't think I've had it. I might have. Cash. Hell yeah, we eating tonight, boy. Okay.
So, what do you think of my Cajun food, honey?
I guess, was that required for this dialogue?
No complaints here. No wonder you call this restaurant the best Louisiana's got to offer.
Oh my lord, ain't that nice of you? I'm sure glad to hear you like Cajun flavor. It's nothing like that Creole food.
I like
and I'll
Creole.
be damned if
Creole
it isn't
sauce.
the best eating you'll find this side of the Mississippi.
Creole sauce, some gator on a stick, that's fucking pleasure in my mouth.
Hold on just one moment, Alexis. I always thought that both Creole and Cajun food were staples of the South. Am I misunderstanding something?
Not at all, honey. Cajun and Creole food are both staples of the South. They both have roots in French cooking, of course. But Creole cooking just ain't my cup of tea. Sauces of France combined with cooking methods brought in from Africa, mixed in with Spanish influences
Cajun or
and
Creole?
Italian-style tomato sauce. When you smush all that together, you can't even tell what it is no more. Cajun food is pure and solid. The Acadians who settled in Canada brought it here from France in the 1600s. Then the British chased them off their land, and they ran all the way down here. They walked straight across America, north to south. Finally, they found a safe haven right here in Southwest Louisiana. Whoop, we got everything you'd ever want here. Fresh fish, wildlife, even veggies and fruit. They used their knowledge of French cooking and added some spice and herbs. And then they threw in fresh local ingredients to create what we know as Cajun cuisine.
She's about to say some like off-script stuff or something. Like, oh boy.
Interesting.
Something like that.
Now I understand what you mean about the Cajun and Creole food being completely different. But I still insist that both are shining examples of delicious local food. Roots and history aren't that important, are they?
Oh my lord, you don't get it, do you, honey? Lately, there are shops all over the place calling themselves Cajun, Creole, or whatnot. But all they serve is a hot mess of different ingredients loaded with spices. And the tourists ain't none the wiser. I just hate feeling like folks are getting the wrong impression about Cajun food.
I get it now.
I guess Cajun food,
according
like
to your interpretation,
soul
Creole
food. So if
food
it is
contributing to that
I've
wrong
definitely
impression.
had some. When I think of soul food, I think of like the Boondocks episode where they were making like burgers with like donuts as bun and shit. Oh, and like pancake plates too. That one was also insane.
You bet it is. That's why I always make sure to teach all my customers what's what.
Yeah, there's only one lane here. What's Patty gotta say?
Agent York, if you're fixing to bowl, you're gonna be disappointed. Mrs. Carpenter never lets anyone else use the lane while she's here.
Johnny fucking Test?
Patty, that's exactly what I came to do. You see, Zach and I need
to bowl down 10
maidens.
Fine, go on and try if you wanna, but I'm gonna eat my sundae.
I wonder if that adds it into the game world, just seeing this cutscene.
Hey!
Whoa,
are you nuts?
What's the most addictive drug in the world?
How should I know?
It's sugar, Patty. Far more people die from obesity and diabetes than from cocaine and heroin.
That's a good point, York.
Alexis, would you give her some milk?
Oh, my Lord. Coming right up, honey.
Sugar might be dangerous, but it ain't against the law. You got no right to take that from me, even if you are some FBI agent.
Actually, Patty, I do. We signed a contract, remember? I promised to protect you from all the evil in our world.
Hey!
God damn, York.
Delicious. What an amazing chocolate sundae. Zach, I think we just uncovered an incredible treasure here. I feel like I could eat one of these every day while we're in this town.
Oh, what?
York's a fucking psycho right there. He gulped that shit down like an anaconda. I gotta get sunburned, man. I need that sail. It's the only way I'm gonna survive in this town with all the penalties I just took. Oh, that's hilarious. She's got, what the hell?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, howdy, stranger. My, you're a handsome one.
Old bitches being horny.
You came out here from the city, didn't you? I can
but
always
one thing I
watch
don't want to see. Well, no.
Away.
There's like 1,000 things I don't want to see, really. Carpenter.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind calling me York, ma'am?
Oh, so you are from the FBI. I thought as much. So sophisticated. Well, my horoscope in the paper today told me I'd be meeting someone new. And those horoscopes never miss. They're the real deal. Well, one even predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh, no. Oh, could you stand a bit closer to me? Whew, that was a close one. If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane. Well, the
I was already walking on it.
Once, and something horrible happened. The next time I bowled, I got a gutter ball.
My sympathies.
First time in 12 years.
My sympathy?
I was mortified. And I am going to make sure nothing like that ever happens again. In our world, some routines lead to good things, while others only lead to the bad. So, you mustn't ever cast a shadow over the lane. Is that understood?
I already fucking walked all over it. It's over. It's so over.
It's her routine, Zach. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too? I'm investigating the Lise Clarkson murder case. And I need to topple 10 maidens, no matter what it takes.
No, absolutely not.
Well,
not
we
even the
tried it the
FBI
nice way.
can
Now
take
we gotta
my
do it the
lane from
fucking
me.
shooter in the face
I haven't
way.
given it up once ever since my husband passed away over a decade ago. I'll never break my promise to him.
But...
now, if you'll excuse me. Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about.
Her mouth
Who's
is
your
barely
mama?
moving with that.
Zach, it looks like negotiations have failed. Now I'm afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane. Yes, I know. I won't do anything illegal.
Define illegal. Let's define it. I'm so just tempted to take out the gun and shoot her, but I would have 0 cash.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter.
Stop! Not now! Can't you see I'm already in my bowling stance? What, are you blind?
What the fuck?
Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split. Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split.
Bizarre prayer was the right word for that. All this excitement's gonna kill her. We'll get this lane open up soon enough.
Always works on a split. Oh, yeah, never fails.
Zach, our new friend, appears to be a very superstitious lady. We should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to the lane for a bit.
Man, it's just gaslighting. Perfect.
That was an amazing shot, Mrs. Carpenter. In fact, it may have been the most amazing shot I've ever seen. Speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items?
A lot of stuff here, like rocks, voodoo.
The ones you used to help you bowl that split just now.
Ooh, you got a keen eye there, Mr. Special Agent. Taking a liking to my collection, have you?
Oh, yes. A great liking.
I buy all my charms and power stones from Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida.
It's a store.
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the Mirror.
Guy named Mirror.
Mirror.
If you're interested, I can mark it on your map for you.
Zach, this is it. Erzuli Frida. There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there. We may even be able to find something capable of changing her mind.
I cannot afford it.
It really feels like we're in the deep south now, doesn't it?
I'm gonna have to go blast some, like, squirrels for a while. Okay. Look at that dude. We're getting the hell out of here, Patty. We got a lot of quests to open up right now. Okay. Look at that dude. What the hell? Map. Where is this Frida? There it is. Okay, it's just you take a left. Hell yeah, loading. Hell yeah. Damn. Here we are.
I thought you came here to bowl.
Yes, I did.
Then why are you leaving? You gave up on trying to convince Mrs. Carpenter to let you play?
No, Patty. Neither Zach nor I have given up on anything. We're just going to stop by Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida? What do you want with that place?
What do you know about it, Patty?
It's a dumb store that sells stupid voodoo charms and even stupider souvenirs. No one who actually lives here would ever be caught dead there. Daddy even told me to steer clear of it.
And why is that?
'Cause they sell guns?
You mean Erzuli Frida is a gun shop?
It's kind of like a gun shop and a voodoo shop had a baby.
A voodoo shop? Thank you, Patty. You just helped me make up my mind. We're going to use the power of voodoo to help us steal the right to use that lane.
Just got nothing to say about that. Hey, look. Hot dog stand. No hot dogs, though, for people. We're going there. How fast can we go? I'm mashing. I think this is as fast as we can be. Maurice. I gotta keep my eyes out for dragonflies, like those stamps for at the place. Oh, and a U-turn. Yeah. Whoops. We're here, all right.
A voodoo shop. It's a voodoo shop.
Just looks like a dumb souvenir shop to me.
Of course it does, Patty.
Of course it does.
You're much too young to understand the true value of such a place.
You don't understand voodoo. Alligator voodoo. Right. This place is something.
This is all kid stuff. It's just a bunch of charms. I'm allowed to watch TV and go on the internet, but I ain't allowed in here?
Oh, she's surprised about it.
My daddy makes no sense sometimes. You agree, right, Agent York?
Oh, what? I wasn't listening.
This is all just kid stuff.
Look at this, Zach. All the mysticism of the Deep South gathered up into one quaint little shop. This is 100 times more exciting than the FBI evidence vault.
Wonder what they got in there.
It's a vast treasure chest.
Probably got Tobuscus,
So much to
Toby
study,
Turner in
so
there.
much to learn.
I'm not sure what the fuck that guy's been doing lately. It's very... Wait, I just noticed she had a necklace with the dragonfly on it. Give it a second. I can't find it. Or I can't get a good glimpse of it. I guess I'll see it in a cutscene. Look at this. I got this at home. Home being the hotel. I wonder if this is also a clothes shop, too. Hey, playa. I do that every time the police question me. It works
Thou
all
art
the
a
time.
seeker, and I see the object of thy desire.
That NPC in the background just feels out of place, because they were talking about how no one goes here.
Doth this be what thou seekest?
My god. Tony the Gator. Oh, he's the mirror.
I could sell it to thee now. And only now.
Oh.
Surely fortune shall not bless thee with another chance. Purchase this, and know that thy wishes shall be granted.
All this to bowl.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is
Even
a dragonfly.
I can tell you're getting cheated, Agent York.
I disagree, Patty. This person can be trusted. I've been studying people for quite a while, so I can tell. That figurine is connected to our future.
My price is true. What say thee?
By the alligator. I can tell you, I cannot afford. Oh, it's only 30. Okay.
I'll buy it.
That's a strange, like, tulip tattoo on his chest. Looks like a tulip at least.
Thou art a man.
Man, who did his fucking tattoos? That one on his left hand sucks.
I am loath to part with it, but 'twould be a fool's errand to keep it from such a keen-eyed soul.
Fuck, I'd buy it too.
What's wrong with you? No normal person would ever buy a piece of junk like that. Not even at a garage
I did buy
sale.
like a sort of a figurine of like Stay Puft from Ghostbusters at this like farmer's market. I saw it in the like the back of it, and I was like, hey, how much for that? And he's like, here, 15 bucks. And then like a week later, I came back and he had it on sale for $7. I was like, motherfucker.
Marvelous, isn't it, Zach?
Yeah, like another one, I mean, on sale for $7.
What a treasure. I can't wait to use it.
Use it? Where?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Isn't it obvious, Patty? I'm going to put it in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house.
Her house?
In front of her house?
Yes. I'm sure this figurine will stop her right in her tracks. And that'll give us a chance to finally topple the 10 maidens.
She just can't move. She's like, oh, fuck, I'm
Are
terrified.
you serious?
Of course I am. And so is Zach. Aren't you?
I'm seriously wondering if I should quit helping you out with this.
We completed 2. Oh, that's real late, but also early in the morning too, so yeah, this day's done. I gotta find some other shit to do. Create a voodoo charm. Let's talk to him now then. Hey, Mr. Voodoo, what the fuck? Okay, it works. Hold on.
Be at ease, for I hath foreseen thy utterance, and doth accept it.
Thanks. There we are.
Mihala.
Valuable and invaluable. Beads. Is this a quest? I think it might be. No, he would talk, wouldn't he? If it was. Young Leaf. This guy's making shit up right now, I feel it. Only listed 4. It's hilarious. Abyssal Bio. Shit, this is a quest. Right. Collect all 5 beads. I wonder where I could find them. Maybe it's on the map, maybe it's not.
Verily, much shall serve thee well here.
I need them skateboard charms. What's this? Necklaces, boost, dolls, license, or incense, talisman, minigames, skateboard. Okay, I need incense. Altar. Okay. Great. Let's look at this then. Okay, we need materials and money. Oh, I see. There's like positives and negatives. This one's big though. These are big. Oh, dolls. Here they are. I don't have like most of the ingredients, materials. Ants? I have nothing here to enhance.
I can
okay, I'm out.
see it. Thy return is imminent, if thou hast discovered the very purpose of my emporium, that is.
I figured it out. What?
Whoa.
That was close.
Well, look at you,
Huh?
all standing there like you're expecting me to apologize. Huh, it's your fault for not paying attention.
Galen, is that like a sister or
What?
mother?
Got a moment?
Can't say I do. I'm in a hurry here.
I won't take up too much of your time. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
I said I'm in a hurry, Peckerwood. Now get out of my way.
Quick, show the badge. Handcuff her.
Patty, who is that?
Kalina Clarkson. PJ Clarkson's second daughter, and Lisa's mother.
Zach, we've found ourselves a Clarkson.
Oh no, she's not here.
Wait, what?
My Dolly. She's not here. My Dolly isn't here.
One of the key persons
Second
in this case just came out of the woodwork
and
to meet
mother.
us. Now
Mother?
things are really getting interesting.
I guess maybe divorced
Isn't that
or
right,
whatever.
Zach?
Or just never took the last name. I can't really... I'm not too much attention, I feel. It's not a tattoo. No, I am paying a good amount of attention, maybe. Is that it? We talk to him?
Mihala.
Nope. Bandanas. Okay, we're asking a hint. Fuck that, I'm not paying for this. Alright. A lot of stuff has been opening up. I don't think we have a quest for the dolly, though. Unless we do, I'll check real quick once it lets us. Okay. I could try this one. At the plantation, right? I think this is it. House is that. Melvin's right there. Oh, this guy has a whole road. His name. That has to be the plantation, right? Right, it's pretty far from us, so we can just go that way. Well, what's this? I'll go through this bridge first, just in case. If this is, like, not open. Carpenter's house is right here. To go north.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place. For better or worse, it's a good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are
very Machiavellian of you,
even to total strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C. They never stop to chit-chat. Especially when ordering food. They only say what's necessary, without any decoration. A customer only makes eye contact with the waiter about once every 3 times they interact. But that's just how it is. Isn't that right, Zach? The human relationships here are as fluid as an inorganic mechanism running on the smoothest, purest oil there is. And it feels strangely comfortable. After spending time in New Orleans and coming here, I think I'm starting to like the Southern disposition. They even have their own breed of bizarre crimes. And besides, the New Orleans area is famous for its paranormal culture. I'm sure it'll entertain us somehow. It's still a bit of a ways off, but perhaps we can also do a little case study for our post-retirement plan. What? You still think it's too early for that? I wouldn't say so. It's never too early to be prepared. Come on, I know you're with me on this one, Zach.
Oh, they despawned. There they are. Die. What'd they drop? Dog fur. Oops. Reloaded. Oh shit. Fun takes a lot more. A whole skull. God damn. Yeah, there is no sugarcoating it. We are killing. The bridge is like over there. Yeah, that's it, alright. Foul beast. Or maybe that's a gator. Oh shit, look at that guy. Get over here, sucker. Can I swim? Holy shit. That thing just started zooming. The whole tail, nice. Gotta pay attention to my my ammo though. Well, while we're here, see if she has anything to say.
Patty, you're getting more and more curious about all the depraved serial killers I've encountered so far, aren't you?
N-O. I'm getting tired of this joke.
Okay, that was a quick one. Yeah, I gotta make sure to check the other side, see if that bridge is like collapsed or something. Look, a vehicle. Maybe I could sell the material I have. I don't know when though, or where.
It looks like we were right on the money.
Actually, some places has a sell option.
Distribution route. led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state, and then we never would have found it. In the end, we would have been shut up in that vast, desolate evidence vault along with all the other cases, marked by nothing but a first-degree murder tag buried in a soggy grave at the bottom of a sea of data. That would have been its fate. Instead, it traveled from person to person until it finally fell right into our lap. Things always work out that way for us. We've traveled all over the United States trying to track down Sun Rouge. We can't let this chance pass us by, can we, Zach? We need to find some sort of clue before this southern sun melts it all away.
If I see some blue fucking squirrels, I'm out and shooting them. I want that bonus. It seems like headshots you still get like a sharpshooter bonus. Not too sure. What's this? NPC? This. Oh, she's on the street already. There she is. I sees her. Whoa. If we try to... Hey, what's her name? It is. What the hell? What? Excuse me? I'll be honest, I have no stock in her survival. She seems like prime target for like a serial killer. In this game specifically. Oh, what's this? Cloth. Okay, that's nice. Gotta start dumpster diving then. Okay, where were we? Squirrels over here. There's a blue one. I'll blast this red one too. Hell yeah. Kinda reminds me of Thomas's like squirrel key quest, but if only Thomas knew we were doing this. Let's go. I'll skip the next talk. I'd rather not waste them all real quick. Maybe when... Because we still got like the entire day. Oh, is that white? It's gotta be rare, right? Oh, and like a little camp. Rare kill, hell yeah. Died around here, there it is. One over here. Here we are. I'm only doing this just in case it like stays like this. I want to see if that's what's happening. Okay, we're at the plantation now. Let's look at the bridge first. It looks like it's yeah, usable. Like another gator's down there. Oh, it's a little guy though. I gotta find out if we can swim, so let me kill this gator real quick. Gotta be closer. Holy shit. They start zooming. Oh no, we cannot. I'm sure we could fish at some point. We don't have a fishing rod. Oh, ran out of stamina. There's a... I don't think there's a road here. I want to do stunts. Hell yeah. Nice, finally. Bead. I guess for crafting. Yeah, we definitely need to, like, buy a better weapon. Look, I see a red tree. Another gator. It's just so much easier. Get on the board. Cowboy, look at this cowboy. Hey, man. Looks like a bouncer, but like not a strong bouncer. Gator? Huh? Oh, right, so we got it. We just found it in the field. Gator. Not even in a field, we just found it in a bush. Okay, we'll do another chat on our way to the lane. Okay, it looks like it's over. I could probably shoot these. Maybe that one only. Could I hit that one? Just, I know, need like either beads or like different guns. I'm sure at nighttime shit goes crazy, but only one way to find out. It's still midday. Midday? It's like high noon right now, dude. What am I on about?
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Unga. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of evil? Still too early.
Shit. Okay, so hitting the wall ends the conversation too. I saw an X on the map, it means there's an item or something. There it is. Oak. Doobie. That's the type of words you might hear in a song like this.
Hey Zach, no nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Ain't no blue ones.
One lollipop? 2 lollipops? 3 lollipops? Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
Oh, he's trying to fall asleep? Or the opposite of sleep? Is that the diner?
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
I remember this one. I was just here. Yeah, so they do, like, the fire goes out after a while.
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
Here we are. A lot of just NPCs popping out of nowhere. It's kind of funny, but...
This town sure is peaceful, Zach.
See the same thing.
I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here.
There's a park right there.
To protect this peace.
And a cemetery
Isn't
right
that right,
there.
Zach?
What about here? Squirrels. There's a blue one. What? I get 0? Or no shit. No. Okay, nice. More foul than any criminal. What's this, a school? Could be. There was a school in the first game, but you do nothing there. The only thing that's there is like a racing mini game.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
There's a lot of stuff to say for like the filler dialogue in this one. Cat's meal. Let me give him some more food. Your I really need to get a real chair for gaming. Not a gaming chair, but like one of those office chairs. Like the big ones that look like giant couches. Be cool. I also need to get like a desk that has like a keyboard that you pull out. I feel like fuck, I'd never leave. I'd be like Professor X. Unable to get up. Here we are. It's a park, so not much to do in here. There's these little like groundhog holes or something. There's a trash can. There's a cemetery. I want to check out the cemetery. I really wished maybe there is a bead or like doll or whatever that increases the walk speed. Probably stuff for stamina. This. I don't mind the icons being around for like the area in the overworld, but I kind of wish they'd... Oh, what's this? Honey? Killer bee wing. Okay. I'll keep my eyes out for that. There it is. Oh fuck. Am I really shooting bees? I'm gonna punch them next time. What? Nothing here? There it is. Trying to like get him to run out so I can start whopping them. Hey. There it is. God damn, we're insane. I lost just barely, like 3 hit points. It's crazy. Sugarcane leaf. I like it here. Must be some secrets in here, right?
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Character? That looks like a GTA 4 NPC. Lewis. Okay.
Excuse me, but
he's tall as fuck,
what are you doing?
Not 10 foot.
Searching.
Motherfucker, gravekeepers are the freakiest people in these games.
What are you searching for?
Unknown.
You
Looks
don't
like a
know.
robot, but
You
talking about aliens?
Interesting. Zach, this man is the perfect symbol of the human race. We all live out our lives searching for things. Yet, No one knows what they're actually
Damn,
searching
York.
for.
It ain't
That's
that
what
deep.
it means to be human. Don't you agree, Zach? I feel like that simple declaration of his just awakened us to something.
Okay, wait. It's appeared. He was walking mid cutscene.
Beep, 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 beep.
What? Beep boop boop bop. He's looking at the sun, bro. This is what staring at the sun does to a man. Lord Illis. Theor Illis. Fluoride? Oh, we got what? Genesis album. Okay, it's one of these picture mini games. They're real fun to have in like open world games. I know they have a couple missions in GTA 4 have them. Can't think of it. And maybe Watchdog games too have them. They might have it in that Pirates Black Flag game, Assassin's Creed Black Flag game. I don't remember though. But yeah, it's a staple in a lot of open world games, I feel. Maybe Infamous. I think there's a couple in Infamous. Whether it's 1, 2, 3. This guy's definitely gonna get abducted at the end of his like side quest. I wonder if there's gonna be like a community center mission in this game. It did take a while in the first game. It took like 3 other worlds until maybe not 3, maybe more like 2 because the first one's a tutorial one. It's still another world, so yeah, 3. Connected to the case somehow. Yeah, and the side quests seem to have a similar way where their way to see if they're connected to the case. In the first game, it was mainly used to discern if, like, okay, Saints Row symbol. Open album, switch picture. By just pressing down. I actually saw that spot. There's 20. That's crazy.
It's a beautiful day, Patty.
Really? Seems kinda normal to me.
Now that you mention it.
At the lane?
Yes, it is a normal day. I just felt like saying.
It's usually really easy to do a lot of side quests in the first day because you get a lot of time waiting. And obviously, some side quests could be failed if you don't complete them fast enough. Or sail a lot. Oh, yeah, this place. There's another NPC here. Is this, Avery? Yeah, it is. Hey, big guy, look at him.
You're smarty pants. Yup.
Hey, big guy. We're using the forklift?
You're...
Okay. So far, he's the most suspicious because of his height, but not suspicious enough. Let's see. I sort of remember where we are on the map, so if I go this way, maybe.
One lollipop? 2 lollipops? 3 lollipops? Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
Can't cut through any of the lawns. So, here.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft.
Or honey.
All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt.
That's
Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car,
right?
remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so clean that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place. For better or worse, it's a good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C. They never stop to chit-chat, especially when ordering food. They only say what's necessary.
We've heard this already, so... Whoa, she just fucking... spawned up there on the balcony. What's here? Reminds me of a spot in like Red Dead Redemption 2. Just called it Grand Theft Force or whatever. There it is. That's a spot, right? Excuse me? What's this? Hey, brother. What?
Hey, Agent York.
What? Yes?
Is that... Sorry, never mind. I think I was just seeing things.
Is that it? That's just weird. That he doesn't say anything at all. But this is, yeah, right here. This? How do I collect it? Oh, those things. No, wait. This is something, alright. Okay, I got it, but yeah, this is something or another. This must be the community center, maybe? Okay, I'll keep my eyes out for this. Maybe I'll look through all of them for a second. Yeah, they're in like most locations. I'll try to... I don't know. Oh, this is the hotel. Casa Pineapple. There's some stuff around here, though. I see something over here, but don't look right. Yeah, nah. What else could we do? Oh, fuck the diner, I forgot. I'll try to remember. I don't want to use the map too often until, I don't know. I just want to try to traverse the place as it is.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Unga, is the skeletal gentleman's friend or foe?
Place,
or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still
not the
too
place I
early
need to go
but
to,
it's clear
that's a
that
place.
he's the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
All I know is the bowling pin place is like on the same street.
By the way, Zach, Ungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared at...
Yeah, that's a long one. So yeah, they cycle through it. Where was it? There. There it is. Okay, nice. We're getting a lot of cash for all this. Let me try to stay on this street. I think that's the bowling... Yeah, there's a bowling pin on top of the symbol. It's a little bit hard to see. Or the icon for the restaurant. Yeah, you don't waste too much stamina on this at all. I'm still pressing different buttons to see if I can, like...
This is the chip south. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
Okay, yeah, sure. Ah, shit. I wanted to, like, fly. What's that? It's an old broad. Get over here. Can I just start bowling now, then? I'll save real quick. This one? Honestly, I can say, like... What was I gonna say? I forgot the word. Hey, this is a spot. With the utmost honesty. Yeah, this is a pretty... So far, it's like a pretty decent, like, sequel. There it is. I feel like it'd be really nice for somebody who has never played the first Deadly Premonition, has only, like, watched, like, a Let's Play of it, like I have. Because, like I mentioned before, the PC version of Deadly Premonition is just really bad. But this, it's runnable. So, like, if you really like the first one, based off its story alone, playing this, it's just... I feel like you get, like, the same experience in a way. I hope it's not too same. If, like, the killer's the same guy, I'll be, like, eased off a little. Hell yeah. Right next to it, too. Alright, I want that jambalaya.
Zach, it appears to be closed.
The hell?
Let's come back during business hours.
Lunch break probably, right? Let me look at my map. It'll tell us hours. Man, why does it tell us at 5 p.m.? Okay, so that's 1700. Is that right? What's this? We could go someplace else and then come back later. Or we can use a cigarette. Oh, look at that. Albums. Here it is. No animation, but you can hear the sound. Oh, it doesn't go that long. Okay, I'll try to do something else then for a bit. I guess I can maybe try a voodoo charm? Only things I may not have all the resources I need, but if I find out what resources they are, like... Oh, is there another? Let me go look at it real quick. Looks like there's another NPC right here. Maybe it's inside. Yeah, it's inside, okay. Yeah. Maybe I can go in here for real quick to see if I can, like, get a quest. There he is.
Mr. Morgan, sir. How may I be of service?
I bet all of his personalities have, like, a different quest. The shower? Yeah. I feel like we had this conversation already. Okay, yeah, nothing. Bellboy. Oh, Patty's just right here. Shala. Boom. Shala. Boom. Shala. I'm the menu music, or loading music. This game has menu music, I think, and am certain about. That's what you gotta say.
Patty, this town is so peaceful.
Excuse me? Did you forget that we're investigating a murder case?
True, but it's still far more peaceful than the city I live in.
Okay.
That guy's so odd. Thought another, like, naked saxophone guy just spawned real quickly. Threw me off for a second. Let's go. He's humming the national anthem. Alright, let's see if we can make anything. The quest called for a voodoo charm. Loading, we loading. What the? It looked like Mrs. Carpenter real quickly.
Mihalama.
Charms.
Verily.
Great. So far, nothing. Maybe here? We need cloth and a bead. Find that stuff in the dump, though. Okay. Life, stamina, beard? I can grow beards? Yeah, I can shave in this game, too. Awaken. Let me see if I can, like, look through them, see if I can find one that I want. This one gives you BO. Hygiene, okay. Clown. Stamina, maybe? Not much around here. Maybe necklaces of like a better selection. Kind of want the accuracy one, or anything with accuracy. Range and accuracy, or minus range. Kind of want this one, but oh, you can make more. Shotgun. These are the expensive ones. Let me look for a less expensive one that I could almost make, and then I'll go look for material. I guess just one of these where it's just a single value. Is there one for range? Yeah. Okay, beats.
Fucking thou.
Look for dumpsters, because I think that's where we found them mostly. If not, the plantation also had like a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna go there for the fluoride mission. Huh, okay. Now, I'm a little wary of this game crashing, but it hasn't happened yet. But I do want to hit up any like telephone. Go this way.
Hey, Agent York.
Yes?
Is that...
Okay, this one.
Sorry, never mind. I think I was just seeing things.
Does she see the fairy? I assume the fairy is going to play a role in this game. But York doesn't talk about it at all in the rest of the game, so it might be hard to implement it. I'm just going north for a while. There's one. Look, it's Big Smoke. CJ. This one. Yeah, I'm a little on edge just in case this game does crash, but so far nothing. I don't know what this song is. He's humming. Look, this reminds me of that anime Cromartie High. There was an entire episode where they were humming like a tune, and they're like, "Do you know what song this is?" And it was a real fucking song. Gotta get this blue bastard. Oh shit. Die, scum. They're all around. I might have to actually buy ammo. I don't know where I can buy it yet. I think the Casa Pineapple might sell it. More fields. Should probably go the other way though. What's that? I'll go there. I might as well just spend the entire first day like exploring everywhere. It'll be nice to get like an infinite ammo weapon soon, though. So I'm like trying to keep my eyes out for like challenges. Anything of the sorts.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Unga, is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell, but it's clear.
Oh shit. I did not expect that at all. Okay. Huh? There it is. Still some more stuff around too. Like this. More rice. Yeah. I don't need that much. Oh, it's a big guy right there. I gotta blast him. Something about his size just makes me want to kill him. Damn. Far away. He's only getting farther away, or where he is. Maybe he'll turn? No. I'll ignore him. Ah, here it is. I wonder if you can collect on, like, a skateboard. Looks like it's very difficult, though. I'll try right here. Okay. You know, after you spend the time doing like most of the side quests, it probably won't. You'll probably have like way less stuff to do in the end game, though. Kind of similar to the first game, maybe. That one white. That one is. I gotta kill it. It's special. Deserves to die. No, no, don't get too deep. Hotel fee? Fuck. Get over here, sucker. Where is it?
So you clearly love TV shows, but what about movies?
Movies?
I've already
We
asked
don't even
about
have
this.
a
I'll
movie
just
theater around here.
leave it on then.
So I can only watch what I manage to catch on TV.
Like
I've
what?
actually
For
skipped
some
it.
reason, the only movie channel we get at home is the sci-fi one. So I just watch a lot of sci-fi.
Like what? What's the last one you saw?
I did not expect the hotel
one
thing.
with Schwarzenegger, where there's all these clones.
The Sixth Day, 2000. Directed by Roger Spottiswoode. You must be very well versed in sci-fi if you can appreciate an Arnold S. film.
I thought it was way too easy for them to make more clones. And you'd never see a clumsy investigation like that on CSI.
That's right. It's realistic. Everything
There's some
about that
shit
film
down
is
here.
so
Give me a second.
realistic. It may be difficult for a child to understand, but Patty, that's not your fault. All of Arnold S.'s films are filled with hyper-realism, you know. On
This
top
could
of
be
that,
one.
Roger
Not here,
Spottiswoode
it'd
is
be
a
the other
director who
side.
excels in dealing
I
with
see actually
hardcore
something.
subject matter. Turner and Hooch, Stop or My Mom Will
Right,
Shoot.
yesterday
Each
when I was
film
playing,
features
you
one
said
of the
Turner and
toughest
Hooch.
tag teams you'll ever find.
Which I have seen.
I can see why it's
It's the
beyond
one
you,
with
though.
No, what I'm trying to
Tom
say
Hanks
is...
and a dog. I thought it was. I
Schwarzenegger's
thought
character was just a pilot,
for a
right?
second I thought he was talking about
Why was he so
Starsky and
strong?
Hutch.
It's okay, Patty. You don't need to try and act like an adult to impress me. I didn't understand the charm of Arnold S. films when I was your age either. You need to take
go
your
down there?
time and slowly reel the film in. Do that, and Arnold S. will greet you with a big, warm smile.
What Whatever, just stop calling him Arnold S., okay? It's irritating me.
Zach, she's at a sensitive age. We both know full well that this is the official way to refer to the film star, but she isn't used to it, so it's bothering her. When in Rome, Schwarzenegger will greet you.
Whoops. I mean, we already heard it, so it's alright. This? A murder site? Yeah, it is. Right, my first time being here. The hell are you doing here, sucker? Right, I think it's over here. Well, we found it. There. Whoops. I know that spot. Keep it up.
Okay, Patty. I'm going to try asking you that question again. What do you do when you're at home?
No, we already learned about that. Alright, let's go to that screwdriver and wrench.
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I
want to see what's over
you're
there.
about to say, but that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
Trying to see if I can do the detective vision while on a skateboard.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
What the hell? Oh. Oh, fuck. I think he took, yeah, he took something. My cigarettes. Oh. There have been more and more squirrels popping up in those things. I think those things respawn the saucers. What's here? Okay, let me see if I can go inside. I just gonna say it's locked, but... Well.
Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, just like the first game, you can check mailboxes. That way. Oh, shit.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Is that an NPC? Oh, it's a skateboard shop. Someone's got to be home, right?
Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later.
Let me check the map. Oh, Carpenter's house is right there. It looks like a vending machine. Oops. It is that way. Is that a safe spot? Right. Oh, there's an item around here, but I can't be bothered right now.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess.
So nice.
All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those...
Oh, damn it. There it is. That was self-defense right there. You saw it. We all saw it. Okay, there it is. Has my guy eaten in a while? You check it in right here. Yeah, nah. Might as well, nah, I'll keep the the stuff for when you need them. Use up this stuff. Red fuck squirrel. That's nearby, right? It's the frozen note's actually kind of far away. I mean, the diner is gonna be really open soon, so just gotta go south. That way, this way. Hell yeah.
Hey Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lee.
Plate. I've been getting a lot of plates lately. A lot. That's probably not as true as I think it is. You know, these squirrels remind me of the PS2 game Ed, Edd n Eddy. Because there's like a red squirrel enemy that's like vicious in it. Very vicious. It like clings on to you. And the only way to get rid of it is to, I think, like jump and stuff when it's on you. I try to kill it immediately when they show up. Rubber bullets. That doesn't explain us ripping the goddamn skulls out of dogs like this is like Mortal Kombat. It doesn't explain. Maybe the park has one. Check that. Here.
Hey, Agent York.
Yes?
Is that... Sorry, never mind. I think I was just seeing things.
I think it is. We can't use that. That's an opening, I think. Very good. But it looks like it's one of the ones where the road's pretty big, so I'll keep my eye out for that. This road looks kind of big. Oh, a car. But I didn't see no white tape on it, do I? But yeah, not this one. Oh, the park's right next to the cemetery. No white tape here. I say tape, it's like paint, right? It didn't have a trash can either. But I need that trash can myself. Cloth, okay, we can maybe make a doll. I need to go until I find like a bead though. Right here? Maybe? Is that an opening? It looks a little distinct. Okay. Maybe it's not an opening. Oops. It's not accelerating. I'm gonna take another loop. A loop. It's not this one, is it? This one's just kind of difficult to look at. Maybe I gotta look for another park. I think there's like several. Like, what the fuck was that? I just heard like an explosion in game. Maybe I'm hearing things. But there's several parks in this right here. There's one right here. Where's that woods? I think that's woods. Okay, well we're real close to the meatpacking place. Let me see if there's one for the cemetery. Here it is. Is this it? I think so. Yeah, no. Oh. Looks like my controller battery is gonna die real soon. That's when like the inputs are like bad. Need trees. Maybe this is the spot? This must be the place. Oh shit, the thing's hovering. You see that? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's cemented right. Yeah, it's hovering. That's funny. Oops. Water tower. It looks actually close to the meatpacking place. I think I have to go south. But there's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of X's. There's actually a lot right there too. By the bigger tree. Entrance, where is it?
Hey Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in...
York feels like a guest speaker for this stream. So it's like nice to have him talk for a bit while I'm just being silent. Because I do a lot of stuff silently. Oh shit. Like I'm on my phone silently, I'm playing games silently, I'm whistling. Gotta keep my eye on that stamina meter. Okay, that's everything. I really feel fucked to grab, right? Gonna exit. That's the place, I think. I still gotta make a thorough look of this park at some point to get that one for here, but I'll just leave it. Jesus, some of them are so far away. I think this is gonna be like a sniper rifle weapon at some point. That's a field. Oh. Where'd it go? It ain't here. Jumps off that thing. Anaconda, goddamn. You haven't seen any snakes yet. Other side? Okay. Hidden string. This must be a spot, right? I need to see a fence. Here's one. I don't think so. Maybe around. It's like a fence, a tower, and some trailers. fence. Yeah, not this one. Maybe over here. But, oh. I think so. Yeah, no, I think this is actually... Nah, I'm not sure where. I don't think I know where that one is. Here. It's actually right here. Just gotta get the... There it is. Jesus, now we're almost close to having our starting cash. Before I started showing the locals, I mean business. Look over here, some items. String. Looking for more dumpsters. I'm sure there's some around here.
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
Kind of ruined that conversation. Hey, look at that. You know me, I gotta jump the shark.
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here.
Fuck. What's this? Swamp Tours, Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. What day is it today? Monday. It's open. Do I have to fucking fly over this to be able to do them? Either way, we can go back to the bowling alley. Giant white open pavement. Oops. Give me a bead. Damn it. It seems like you find more dumpsters near fences. And here's a bridge. I think a bridge is one of the fluoride things. Sorry that it feels like I haven't been doing enough of the story. It's just going through time is different in this game than like the previous one. You just use the cigarette and you do an animation and time just goes, but it looks like items are specific, like a specific amount of time. Is this it? Get out of the street. This might be it. It's either this side or the other. Or just another bridge altogether. Seems like it's a different bridge. Yeah, it would be this one. Or maybe that one? Either way, we can go to the diners, though. Gotta cross this bridge again.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
I feel like I'm about to start repeating conversations. the longer I do that. Because the only thing I can say when people say coffee is I don't drink that stuff anymore. Not because I'm like superior or anything like that, but because I just can't. Feels like I'm like gonna have a heart attack every time I drink a cup now. I think it's because I messed it up by drinking like 5 cups in one day. While we're here, I think we can do at least one voodoo item. I wonder what it is though. It must be a doll, right? I got cloth. Whoops. Can't skip. Whoops.
Very.
No, we can make most things. Okay, let's do the range one. Now a doll. Concentration, life. I want to get stamina. Enhance. I need stuff for this. I need oak root, alligator gar tail.
Where's the thing I just bought?
All awaits thee at the altar.
There's an altar to our left.
Altars exist, whether thy needs exist.
Is that how you spell weather?
The bedchamber of thy hostelry doth possess one therewith.
So where's my thing?
I always like try to spell weather, but I just give up and use either instead.
All altars lead to the other realm. Thusly, all periapts in thy possession may be confirmed at any altar.
The other realm?
Forsooth, any mirror may metamorphose into an entrance to the other realm. Prithee, say thou doth grasp this wisdom.
You can see the same world as the skeletal gentleman?
I am the mirror. As my name doth suggest, I am the looking glass given flesh.
Zack, it appears that there's still a lot about this world that we don't understand. This is the deep
got a different
south.
Name than
There's
other
no
world,
telling what might
but
happen
it's other
next.
realm. When can I start buying guns? Start here, right? Equip. Money and material, okay. Body boost. Whip. Doll. Back. Whip. Range. Right. That's all we get at the moment.
What a strange feeling. It looks like there are spots to place other items as well. If we find anything that seems like it might fit, let's bring it back here. After all, what do we have to lose? What, you think that sounds like a pain in the neck? Come on now, Zack. Surely you know that all rituals work this way. Blessings from beyond will only come to those who exhibit the finest level of courtesy and reverence. In short, they're reflections of the self. Only with a mind deep in the dirt will you...
Oh shit, I
Who came up with that quote? That one was all me, Zack.
God damn, York. Dropping this fire. Dropping the heat. Okay, that's one quest. Gonna make my way back to the Alexis Diner, bowling alley. And I still have another cigarette, but I guess it would be neat to see what happens during nighttime in this game. And then I'll probably call it. Getting hungry and tired feeling. I gotta make sure to save when I get to the diner. I love that. It's like Skate.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Hunga. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me. By the way, Zach, Hungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say...
Yep, you might even say. I like how the hotel in this game is closer to like the middle of the map rather than how it was in the first game being like a whole drive away. Okay, this place is open right now. Oh right, suntan.
What'll it be, honey?
Talk. Other two. A green pepper. Alexis' house. Okay. Her house isn't that far. Sorry, I'm just reading it myself. My energy, it's depleted. The cook and the thief, his wife and her lover. It's a long name. European films, okay. What? What? Into a whole roast, huh? Right. She's still here. Well, either way. I'm gonna go plant the alligator on her lawn then. I just have to skip time. I guess, 'cause her house is north, then I think that's the pineapple is also on the way, so we can maybe buy some more rubber bullets. I'm pretty sure I have like cigarettes in our full box too. Oh no, it's not north, but it's right there, so I'll just go there. That way, okay. I like to blast an alligator, man. Gotta look for the... I don't remember what he was called. Not here, but... Hey, look at that.
Zach, here's another perfect symbol of the human condition. Hunting trophies.
I'm not looking at it. There it is.
And it's a buffalo hunting trophy. Now that's a surprise. I've seen several trophies made out of human skin, but never a buffalo's.
Wow, he just sort of just
Looking at him brings out this strange feeling from within me. Yes, the very same feeling I got when watching a certain film from 1984, directed by Peter Hyams, 2010. The last scene in that film filled me with such a sublime, majestic feeling. It was filled with everything that was missing from the finale of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I've never seen that one. I have it on DVD, though.
Just talking about it makes me want to watch it again. Let's watch it once we get home. Promise, Zach.
Okay, here it is.
Very good, sir. Please, come right this way.
I think it means sell. What can I sell? Materials. Let's just see what we have a lot of and then sell a bunch. Is this all of it? Oh no, it's individual. Okay. Sell about half. I think that's some of the stuff I had the most of. Plants, I have a lot of these. Not that much. Cloth, low quality, bead, plate. Buy. How much do I get? 5? Oh, okay, 50. He only has... no. Nothing like that. About 500. Okay. Okay. I wish it would tell me how much time it passes, but it don't really matter too much. Let's try to get a tan, that'd be funny. I guess I'm just out of material.
Please don't hesitate to let me know if you're in need.
Would you mind if I asked you just one question, concierge?
By all means, please ask me whatever you like, sir.
Do you run this entire hotel all on your own? I mean, just the 3 of you?
Yes, that is correct, sir.
So you, or the 3 of you, own the entire place?
Oh, heavens no, sir. The chef, the bellboy, and myself are all mere employees of this fine hotel.
So the Clarksons own this place, too?
Not quite, sir.
I was just thinking, like, he probably gets his own paycheck 3 times
This
at least.
hotel opened its doors long before the Clarksons came to prominence.
Impressive. No wonder this building has such a dignified air to it.
Indeed. This is probably the only building in all of Lucare that has managed to retain its original appearance.
So, who's the owner? I simply must know the name of the person who had the fortune and sense to come into possession of such a fine building.
The owner of this hotel is none other than David Jawara, sir.
That's himself.
Zach, that's the 4th David. It all makes sense now. It'd be stranger if only the owner was a completely different person. I sincerely hope I get a chance to meet him during my stay here.
If I may, Mr. Morgan, sir, I don't think that's such a good idea.
Why not?
Unfortunately, our owner has a bit of a personality problem. The 3 of us here describe him as having a fractured mind.
Even his other personalities know he's fucked up. He's gone. Gotta get to, my room. Right? Here it is. Is this it? Yep. I can only carry around few. I gotta put some away. Deposit. I'll keep it like that. Probably the amount I have already, so let me put one more. Like already in my possession. The fuck? Oops. Hygiene. Oh, okay, right. Oh, look, I'm all dirty looking. Do I change it again? Weird. Oops. Okay. Let me use the suntan, but it won't let me open up my menu.
King size, made in France. It looks soft enough to alleviate all our exhaustion. Zach, even though the Bureau is paying for this, it's still tiring to have to live out of hotel rooms day after day. Nothing beats getting a good night's sleep in your own room.
I don't sleep yet. There's something in the fridge. TV. Here it is. Yeah, the menus like not, or the prompts aren't showing up. It's kinda scaring me. So I'll just try to go outside. See if everything like fixes itself. New suit, let's see it. I wonder what the other new suits in this game look like. They gotta bring up the classics like the Crimson Suit, the Workaholic. I don't remember the other one. Am I whistling to her? Hey, I know that song.
That melody always gets stuck in my head.
Yes, it's a devilish song, isn't it?
Just be quiet.
That's funny. Cloth, okay. Where do I need to go? Carpenter's house is that way. Alexis's house is somewhere else. There, okay. Oops, no, I'll just leave it there. It's this road, I think. New suit.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans.
We're gonna
That
get that
certainly
forever,
wouldn't have happened
man.
if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state, and then we never would have found it. In the end, it would have been shut up in that vast, desolate evidence vault along with all the other cases, marked by nothing but a first-degree murder tag buried in a soggy grave at the bottom of a sea of data. That would have been its fate. Instead, it traveled from person to person until it finally fell right into our lap. Things always work out that way for us. We've traveled all over the United States trying to track down San Rouge. We can't let this chance pass us by, can we, Zach? We need to find some sort of clue before this southern sun melts it all away.
This it? Huh. Her house is very distinct. Call, right? Well, she's not home. Oh. Nice, a good plate. And then Carpenter's house is just that way. Let's get rid of that. Let's see if she has anything to say on like the way.
Hey, Patty.
What, Agent York?
Nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Yeah, okay. Nothing really. Hell yeah. These squirrels are fucking
This town
nutty.
sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
I don't know why I checked the map when it shows you right here. The waypoint. There it is. Look, a dog. Some stuff over here. Lizard skin. Hey, Playboy. Okay, he's got nothing to say. hell is this? Lost lamb.
Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's... Let's come back.
Okay. I'll just get over here, hide a bit. Item time. It's... Well, we can pretty much smoke for a while, too. It's until 6 in the morning. Wow, this is what's supposed to happen. I'll go until, I guess, 1 in the morning. Now it's nighttime. Oh, shit. Not time yet. Okay. Oh. Trying to see if you can, like, turn off the flashlight, but... I mean, it's not bothersome or anything. Actually kind of good. Very illuminating. Speed. Neat. It's like a... Maybe the person's home this time. Let's hear it.
Looks like a case of...
Nope.
Let's come...
Okay. Smoking and token. Let's go. Yep. I'm sure like Patty leaving like ended the smoke session. Otherworld, okay. Oh shit.
Mr. Alligator. Not sure how much help you'll be in this situation, but I guess you're better than nothing.
Oh, what?
What the... Zach, I don't even need to say it, do I? This is right out of that movie. Videodrome, 1982, directed by David Cronenberg. At the time, it was seen as a hard movie to digest for normal moviegoers, but now it's become a cult classic.
Oh, gross.
I always just saw it as another weird Canadian movie, but this changes everything. My arm and my gun have become one. Now I can really understand what Max was going through.
What's this? Psycho gun. Hold down the fire to charge. Lock on. And a homing bullet. Okay. Passing time. Oh, these are like clown looking things. Neat. Just want to get all the items that's around here. Oh, it's like fucking scissor guy. But much more goofier, at least. Capitano. It's not infinite ammo. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, it takes up concentration. Okay. Let's put this down.
Yes.
That's gonna scare the fuck out of her.
Oh, my dear lost lamb.
Bernie
What
Sanders?
are you doing there?
Oh, this? This is all part of the Lise Clarkson murder investigation.
Something important, hmm?
Oh, yes.
What a very distinct fellow.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me. But what should I call you?
I'm Tyrone Sanders, pastor of the Lucare Evangelical Church.
There he is.
And what business does a pastor like yourself have in a place like this?
Is that his house? Oh my god, he sells the skateboards.
I live over across the way there.
Do you have an intimate relationship with Mrs. Carpenter?
What? Why in the world would you suggest such a pitiful thing? Lordy,
probably true, shit.
How could I ever become intimate with one who is so devoid of faith? After she lost her husband, she stopped coming to church.
She said,
all she does
fuck the church, I want a bowl.
She even pruned the shrubbery in that pitiful fashion. Yes.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Truly pitiful. And did you see that hideous ox of a dog she owns? Pitiful with a capital P. I tried speaking with her, but she shows no intention of changing her ways. Yes, I fear she never lends an ear when the good Lord reaches out to her. Indeed,
this guy's preaching to the sky.
From the bottom of my heart.
Looks like York's squatting, but I know he's not.
So you've been spying on her out of pity?
Spying? I'm merely awaiting the chance to lend her a helping hand. You best be careful, too.
How come his eyebrows aren't white?
This town harbors much more danger than you're aware of.
Yeah, I
know.
If
you ever find yourself in need of salvation, feel free to stop by our church whenever you like. Our church also functions as a clinic. Someday, you may need our...
I like how he's getting quieter and quieter.
Zach, did you hear that?
That's just
pitiful. Try saying that to someone in the city. They'd instantly slap you with slander or defamation charges. You'd be up to your neck in court papers. I doubt I'll tire of this town anytime soon. We should consider stopping by that church whenever we get a chance.
The audio isn't as weird in this game as it was in the first. Like, there's just random points where your audio just gets, like, cut off and gets really quiet. But this one, I mean, that was right there. It was thematic. It needed to happen. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. I need this. Blast you in the head, buddy. Shit. Jesus. Much more difficult to dodge these guys. Oh shit. That dog's fucking unfazed. He's seen this all day. See if I can actually go inside. Should actually also use some healing. The hunger's pretty high, or sleep's pretty high. I want to try not to use as many items for like status stuff. I like, I don't know, going in restaurants in game and such.
Looks like a... Let's come back.
This isn't the church, is it? Got a plate, some stuff over here. That's it. Oh shit. I gotta get on my board. I gotta get back to the hotel. Think that's it? No. Probably that one, actually. I'll just wait until I'm like on the right road. Jesus. Lightning. The moon. Looks like we're perpendicular to the road. I think that's the hotel, that icon. So far, no giant fucking hellhounds, but I mean, it's only the beginning. That. Oh, we can start bowling right now if we wanted to. There's another one right here. That's funny. No items? Okay. Welcoming me inside at that point. Right, I'm gonna save, or actually sleep, then save, then I'm done for now. Let me see if the same weapon's around. No, it goes back to normal. Can't be carrying a gun around the pedestrians though, because they get spooked by that too. Right, what's a good time to wake up? I guess probably past 6, so 8? Oh, I didn't use the suntan. Hunger. We're pretty hungry. Just gotta make our way to some place that feeds us. Okay, let me pull out the suntan before I save. I think it's at the bottom down here. Here it is. I wonder how do you prevent tanning though? Like, get paler. Here it is. Whoops. Right. Okay, that does it for this stream. I'll try to stream tomorrow, if not on Saturday. If tomorrow's Saturday, what's today? Oh yeah, tomorrow is Saturday. I guess maybe I could do it on Sunday. I don't know if I have anything to do besides church. If I could say what games I want to play, I actually want to try out Armored Core 3 that I have on the PS2 since Rubicon's out. I guess the whole series will be semi-popular at the moment. I just know that game series just isn't that popular. It's very niche. But I mean, obviously people are trying out Rubicon quite a lot. People are. It has been like the first Armored Core game in like forever. I hope like the online gets very popular now. I know it has PvP. If it is popular, then I mean, even if it isn't, I'll still eventually buy the game because it seems very fun. But tomorrow, I guess I'll do Armored Core 3 and one of the PS2 games. Maybe, I guess Ghost Hunter, I'll do that one. I think I'll just do it in like that order. Okay, yeah, that's all. Goodbye.